I want to go through some of the maps that you might find on the internet, maps specific to Niagara. I'm going to go first to the Ontario Archives. And I want to show you three different sets of maps that are available. There's lots of other ones, but the first one I'm going to look for are Ontario's boundaries. Ontario's boundaries aren't the same as they are today. So I'm going to type in Ontario's boundaries, and I'm going to go to the evolution of Ontario's boundaries 1774 to 1912. And you're going to see different maps in here. I'm not going to load them up on this video. I've already got them downloaded on my laptop, so I want to show you what I've got. So this map here is before 1791, and it's one of the ones that I got off of the Ontario Archives. If I'm looking here, 1774, they've got it labeled as. At one time, we were Quebec. Now we are down in here. This is Lake Ontario. This is Lake Erie here. So we're down in here. And at one time, we were considered the province of Quebec. Then in 1791, things changed to Lower Canada and Upper Canada. In 1840, we became Canada West and Canada East. Now they don't have them marked on here, Canada West being what is mostly Ontario right now, and Canada East is what's mostly Quebec right now. And then in 1867, when Canada became its own country, we were divided into the provinces of Ontario and Quebec. And these are all on the Ontario Archives website, the evolution of Ontario's boundaries. Okay, the next one I want to show you is Ontario's districts. So we'll just take a look here. The changing shape of Ontario, early districts and county 1788 to 1899. And if you scroll down, we've got different time periods here. So we've got before 1791, or this is 1788, we've got 1792, and we've got some different ones. And again, I've got these loaded onto my laptop, so I'm just going to pull those up. So before 1791, we were known as the District of Nassau. Again, this is us down in here, or Niagara down in here. So we were under the District of Nassau. In 1792, it was changed to the Home District. Again, we're still down in here, and note that this is all of Lincoln. At one time, it was all Lincoln County. Welland County didn't exist earlier on. And then in 1838, they've changed it again a little bit. This is Niagara down here, still all Lincoln County. And in 1845, this has now been changed. So Niagara has been divided into Lincoln and Welland County, and that happened in 1845. So some old documents, if you're looking at something in maybe the township of Bertie and it's 1810 or something, it might say the county of Lincoln, and it would have been the county of Lincoln back then. It did not become the county of Welland until 1845. One other thing I want to show you on the Ontario Archives website, I'm just going to go patent plans, and these are maps that were drawn. Most of them were drawn before 1800 when the land was being distributed. So I just typed in patent plans and it brought me to this website, or to these links here. I'm going to click on Archives on Ontario New Digitized Patent Plans, and I'm going to go to the visual database. And if I want to look at the township of Grantham, I'm just going to type in Grantham and I'm going to do a search. There's a few other things on here. There's some images and stuff. This is the map here. I'm going to click on that to get the map, but I've got this on my laptop and it's easier to see with this image here because I can zoom in and out. So this is the patent plan for the township of Grantham. I'm just going to turn it around here, okay? And you've got the we've got the lots and the concessions showing up on this. So again, I went through some videos on how to search for land records and how to search for township papers, and I would have shown you the patent plans in those videos. But again, they're here if you want to look at them. This one's not too bad to read. The writing's not too bad. Sometimes the writing is terrible, but over the years they've written over top of it. This is stuff that's been written over top later than when the actual drawing was done. So just be aware of that. So that is what I wanted to show you in the Ontario archives. The next website I want to show you is Niagara Navigator. So I'm going to go Niagara Navigator, Niagara region. And you have to agree to their conditions. So I'm going to accept. Now, depending on your internet, sometimes it takes a long time for these to load. This time it wasn't too bad, but when I was working on it earlier, it took a long time to load. So I did pause it while it was loading. So if it's taking a long time, just be patient. It could just be an internet problem. I'm going to go down to base maps, and I'm going to click 1934 aerial. And then I'm going to come up to I'm just going to click on that, and I'm going to find an address. And I have an address that I just wanted to look up. I'm looking up 6 Metcalfe, and for no particular reason, it's just something that showed up in one of our research queries. And that is in Thorold. And I'm going to do a search. And it puts a little circle around 6 Metcalfe. And then when you get to this yellow circle, you can do a zoom in. So I'm going to pick zoom in. I want to zoom in on this area here. And this is Metcalfe Street, and this would be 6 Metcalfe. And again, mine says it's still loading. It does take a while for this to load up. If I want to zoom in further, I can. I don't believe the image is super clear on this one. Maybe it's just my laptop, but it does give you an idea of where they lived, and you can see where the buildings are. So that is Niagara Navigator, and that's there's a lot more to Niagara Navigator than this. I just wanted to show you one little thing that was on it, and to show you that you do have access to Niagara Navigator. The next website I want to show you, I'm going to do Niagara Settlers Land Records. This is a website that Mr. Mutry has put together for us. It's awesome. It's wonderful. He's done a lot of research. He doesn't have all the townships done, but he's done a great job. So the Niagara Settlers Land Records, let's just pick Birdie. And these are the maps. There's a lot of other stuff in here, but I'm just going to show you the maps. Where it says undated, I'm just going to take a look at that. And that looks to me like it's the patent plan. So what happened? We have the original patent plan that came off the Ontario archives that was drawn in before probably before 1800. Somebody has taken it and transcribed it, and it just makes it easier to read. So I downloaded, this is the birdie one. I downloaded it onto my desktop just so you can see. It's got the lots and concessions. So sometimes if you have a hard time reading the patent plan, this one here, the one that has been, I don't want to say transcribed, but Maggie Parnell has drawn this and helped us out with some of the handwriting, because some of the handwriting on the original patent plans is very difficult to read. The next website that I want to show you, I'm just looking for the Tremaine maps. And I will do Welland County. They're actually Welland County and Lincoln County are combined. So I'm just going to pick on here. And this brings me to the Brock website. I'm not going to open this because it's going to take too long in this video. I've already got it on my laptop and I can zoom in and out. I believe this one was done, 1862. Okay, so the names on here are probably different than the names on the original land patent, but it is really well done. You've got the concessions. This is Humberstone here, so we've got the concessions, and concessions usually are written with Roman numerals, not always. I'm going to show you an example in a few minutes where that's not the case. So we've got the concessions here, and then we've got the lots are across here. So it's a great map. It's a lot easier to read than reading the patent plan. So sometimes I used to look on this one just to see where the lots and concessions actually were. Not so much for the names of the people that own the land, but more to find out where the lots and concessions were. So that is the Tremaine maps. Okay, I want to show you a little bit more about Brock University, and I'm just looking at the maps. They have all kinds of other stuff as well, but I'm just looking for Brock University historical maps. I'm going to click on historical maps of Niagara. I'm going to pick on the digital repository, and I'm just going to quickly open this one up. So after I open this one up, I end up with something that looks like this. And again, I'm just going to do a quick look at it. W.H. Merritt, W.H. Merritt, W.H. Merritt, W.H. Merritt. And for those of you that are familiar with Niagara, you probably know that W.H. Merritt was the person that was really responsible for getting the Welland Canal started way back. I think it opened in early 1830s, but he started working on this quite a bit prior to 1830. So that is, this is a survey of St. Catharines previous to 1809. So just scrolling down, that was the first one on the list here. Scrolling down, Port Weller original town site, Port Dalhousie 1876. So there's lots of old maps here you can look at. There is just one, okay, a map of the vicinity of Niagara Falls, 1857. Tunis new map of Niagara Falls and River. Okay, there's lots of things that you can look at here. There is one that really I was quite interested in. It's a map, it's a sketch, it's a rough sketch of the roads between Cayuga and, and Canberra. Oh, sorry, Chippewa, from rough sketch of the roads between Cayuga to Chippewa. And if I open it up, and I downloaded it onto my laptop, if I open it up, I have a little rough map that looks like this. So this is the Cayuga Bridge along Canberra. This looks to me like it's, this is probably the village of Canberra. And this to me looks like it's probably where Robertson Road is today. I believe this is Wellandport because the road goes into Smithville, and then following along we've got Pelham, Ricetown, and then Allenburg, and that's where the canal would be. So it gives you a little bit of information at the bottom. It says all these roads are passable in the sleighing season, excepting the lake road, and then it's because there's ice. But then it goes on to say, I like this line here. Oh, it's an interesting line. I don't know if I like it. It's an interesting line. The road from Cayuga Bridges to Canberra, all accounts represent as very bad. It is a new road and generally up to the girth in mud. Holes of great depth, 10 to 20 feet deep, are found there by the county people, and basically they said that there was a horse was injured on it. He was stifled and he died. I guess he fell in a hole. So just an interesting little piece of information. So those are the maps that I wanted to show you at Brock University. And they have other stuff other than maps. They have great stuff there. Another university website, we'll take a look at this. So we'll go to maps and atlases. We'll go to scan maps, and I'm going to look at the collection. And I'm looking at, oh, I'm going to do a search in here. Sorry, I'm going to do a search in here of Niagara because that's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking at these two at the bottom. This one is good. I'm not going to open it here. I am going to open this one. Maps of the counties of Wentworth, part of Brant, and Lincoln, Haldimand, and Welland. When I look at this map, what I like about this one is it's got the lots and concessions. And here's an example where the concessions are not Roman numerals, but they are bold. So this is Gainsborough. So these are the concessions and these are the lots. If you recall, or if you've watched the videos, maybe you haven't watched them, Thorold, Stamford, and Niagara do not use lots and concessions. They use just lots. So all the lot numbers are on here. The other townships used lots and concessions. So I find this to be a fairly good map. It gives you a sense of the lots and concessions and the ones that are just the lots. Okay, let's take a look at McGill. And this, I want to bring you specifically to the Canadian County Atlas Digital Project. I think this is wonderful. This is for Ontario, so you pick your county. So if I go to Lincoln County, or I could have done it up here, and I'm going to go to Gainsborough Township. So I've got Gainsborough Township, and I'm going to get the map. And it shows you this is the township of Gainsborough. So, and again, this is, I believe, 1876, I think this map is. If I go to click here to generate index of people, this is what I like. I'm going to go to search. It gives you a whole list. You can scroll through the whole list. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a search, and I am going to look for my ancestors whose last name is Crick, K-R-I-C-K, and they were in the township of Gainsborough, which is in Lincoln. So I'm picked Lincoln, and I want to now pick Gainsborough, and I'm going to do a search, and these are the Cricks that are listed here. This David Crick is my great grandfather, or maybe it's 3 times great, not sure, have to look at that. and he's the one that he came over from Germany. But if I click go, I'm just going to pick here. So concession and lot, he's on concession 1, lot 3, and concession 1, lot 2. He's got 20 acres on concession 1, lot 3, and 40 acres on concession 1, lot 2. And if I want to locate this on the map, I'm just going to do locate on map. So this is the big map, and it kind of tells me where he is, and then it gives me an enlarged version. So this is David Crick here. So these would be the 2 lots that they're talking about. Concession 1, he's on lots 2 and 3. So that's probably what that arrow means. And then this is, I believe, would be his brother beside him. So I think this is a wonderful website. McGill has indexed all this stuff for us. I think it's wonderful. Okay, let's just go back to McGill one more time. One other thing that I want to show you. This time I'll go to Historical Maps and Atlases at McGill Library. And there's lots of things you can look at here, but I wanted to just show you the David Rumsey Historical Map Collection. I'm not going to go through this. There are thousands of maps on this website, but take a look at it. It is phenomenal. It is just wonderful. It's not just Niagara. It is everywhere. It's just a great website. So take a look at that one. It's called the David Rumsey Map Collection. Okay, one more website that I want to show you, and that is the Heritage Property Index. If I click on here, I come up with this website. This is us down here. So this is Lincoln County, and this is Welland County. I'm going to just X out Lincoln. I'm just going to click on Welland. So I'm going to click here. And then on the side, you'll see these townships. If I pick, I'll pick Thorold, just for fun. Okay, and it gives you a little bit of blurb about Thorold. So if we go up to here and we go to maps, pre-Confederation patent maps, this takes me to the Ontario Archives, which will give me the patent map which you have seen before, or which I showed you before. I think I showed it for Bertie Township. It takes you right to that Ontario Archives website, so you don't have to navigate the website, because it is a little bit awkward to navigate. And this is the patent plan for the Township of Thorold. So that's great. There's directories, talks about directories and census in here. Just one other quick thing that I want to show you, and that's the tax rolls. So basically, I'm not sure if you know this, but if you log into Family Search, and if you don't have an account, I highly recommend you get an account. It's free. You do have to register for it. You do have to log in each time, but they now have, there's lots of information there, but from here, they're telling me that the tax rolls for Thorold are available between 1868 1878 on this film, but this link will take you right to that film. It's not indexed. You're going to have to scroll through it. I believe it starts, this one starts on page 7, and that's 1868. By the time I got to page 50, I was already in 1869. So there's not a lot to look through. And then again, they've got more 1879 to 1885. So you can link it right to Family Search. You just have to log into it to be able to use it, but it takes you right to the microfilm. It's great. So this is a pretty cool website as well. So those are some of the maps that you might find that would relate to the Niagara area. By all means, that is not all of them. By all means, I mean, there are lots of other ones out there. I was just showing you some of the ones that I quite often use. So hopefully you have found this video helpful.